In a world where every fan convention is being canceled or postponed, and social distance must be maintained, one convention refused to back down. One convention evolved to become something more. MainframeComicCon. April 25th and 26th, an absolutely free 2-day online interactive con experience that you can enjoy right from the comfort and safety of your own home. Celebrity guest interviews, comic industry professionals, cosplay contests, and so much more. Check out the website at MainframeComicCon.com and be sure to follow us on Instagram at MainframeComicCon for our ever-growing list of guests and emerging schedule of events. That's April 25th and 26th, Saturday and Sunday, 2 days, absolutely free. MainframeComicCon. We're bringing the convention to you. Hello, everybody, and welcome to what I'm calling the Longbox Lunch Break Part 2. This is Comic Core Daily, folks. Comic Core Daily. Yes, a daily show from the Comic Core. We're going to give you all the nerd news and reactions you can possibly want day after day, every weekday. So that means I got 2 days coming off. Next 2 days, I got no show to do. I'm really excited about it. I'm totally going to sleep in. It's going to be great. Thank you so much for joining us here. I want to go ahead and get into the chat real quick before we get into our topics. It's good to see a lot of folks in here. Who was first? It was Fish Tropic. Yes, that's right. Seawoodard's first subscriber ever, Fish Tropic. We're glad to have you in here, Fish. Good to see you. Sharon, Life with Two YouTubers. Good to see you in here as well. And R.A. Random Wolf. We're going to talk about Random Wolf in a little bit. Comic Core's in here. That was me saying, hey, gang, we're going to be live in 15. That was 15 minutes ago. And we're live now. Look at that. I'm not going to lie to you. Scott Evans is in the chat. Good to see you, Scott. Always happy to have you. Bear Island Comics. What a guy, that Bear Island Comics. He comes up with those weird lists on Wednesday night on the Comic Core. One of the greatest comic book show ever. Fantastic stuff over there. Make sure you check out their rewinds, as well as catching them live every Wednesday at 10 p.m. See a couple. We got the Stream Elements. Robot is in here. What's going on, Bot? Good to see you up and running. He's not a robot. He's real. He's the Downright Nerdy Podcast. Mike Riley, what's going on over there, guys? How you doing? Kavi is in the house. Comic Books NYC. Glad to have you here. Just migrated over from JB's channel. It's Pop Life Toys. He left JB. JB was spinning, man. He was frozen. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who's going to win that Joker book, but we know it's not Bag of Sevens because he can't show up. Kenneth Bird's in the chat. Christian Salazar's in the chat. Boy, who had 7. Oh, man, it's good to see everybody happen in here. Backseat Driver, good to see you, Backseat. Everybody's coming through. Lisa Noble, new subscriber here. Happy to have you, Lisa. As a new subscriber to the Comic Core, I want to let you know that not only are we doing this daily show at 1:15 Eastern Standard Time every weekday, we also have live shows that run the gamut of all kinds of different comic book content every night at 10 p.m. on the weeknights. Plus some random stuff going off here and there. And when we get new books, maybe I'll do some new reviews. But as of right now, this is what you get, gang. You get me not having a job during all this nonsense and decided, hey, I'm going to be a YouTube superstar. And what would a YouTube superstar be without segments, gang? That's right. I've got segments. That's nerd news, folks. We got nerd news. Happy to have nerd news for you guys. And basically, we're just going to go ahead and do some updates on what's going on in the world today. Comic shops are still closed. Diamond is still closed. We decided yesterday the Comics Hub was not going to be the answer. And we also got an answer on that. It was Comics Hub is not the answer, is what Bleeding Cool was saying as of yesterday afternoon after my show. I think me and Bueller broke that news. So you're welcome out there, comics media. But what are we going to do, gang? What are we going to do without our comics? How are we going to enjoy the stories of these grown men that dress with their underwear on the outside of their clothes and wear a cape and fly around the city protecting it? How are we going to get those stories? Well, I tell you what, every publisher seems to be releasing an enormous amount of free digital content. And the big dog is the one that released probably the most pertinent list of content that you could possibly want out of the past couple of years. And all you need to do is sign up for an app that's absolutely free. You don't even need to put your information in. That's Marvel Unlimited, folks. If you are reading digital comics, you need to subscribe to Marvel Unlimited. If it's been out for 6 months, it's out. They have the entire library, everything from Fantastic Four #1, the original Marvel Comics #1 with the Human Torch and the Submariner. They're in there. But there's so much free content, and it's not just a lot of free #1s. There are a lot of free #1s that want to hook you in and get you hooked on these series. But it's also a whole lot of series as well. There's a whole lot on there. A lot of Marvel action titles if you got kids. A lot of Marvel superheroes titles. If you got kids, they're absolutely perfect. There's all kinds of stuff on there for just about any audience. Full story arcs, full events. It's definitely worth checking out, and it's absolutely free. You sign up for the app, it pops up and it says, you want to sign in or do you want free stuff? It's right there. You don't even need to give them their information for free stuff. It's right there. You can read all kinds of stories absolutely free. The link is in the description down below. If you guys are looking for something to read, free Marvel Comics is as good as it gets. You can get some free DC comics, and that would be like, okay, that would be all right. You can get some free Dark Horse. I'm sure there's some good stuff there. I'm sure there's some Black Hammer #1 in there, but you're going to have to pay for all the really good stuff. You can get some free Image comics, probably. It's a bunch of #1s that never went anywhere. Or you can read all of Civil War. Or you can read all of AVX. Some great stuff. I'd highly suggest you guys check it out. A lot of the stories that we've been talking about doing on our Modern Men show on Monday nights are available there. And everything that's available in the Marvel app for free is available on Comixology Unlimited if you're a subscriber. But you have to be a subscriber again to Comixology to get all that good stuff. There are some free things there as well. I suggest that you guys shop around all the different apps and find the free comics that you want to enjoy with your family during this time. That, guys, was Nerd News. Now, after Nerd News, I'm going to take a break. We're going to get back into the Marvel Unlimited list, and I'm going to do my top 5 options that we have currently available on Marvel Unlimited. We're going to definitely get back to that. I'm going to check into the chat real quick. I know Magoo Fitzfarter's in the chat. Chris Barrett's here as well. Glad to see you all in here. Thunderhouse Designs. Good to see you in here, man. And Two Brothers. Love Two Brothers. Right now, I'm going to get into R.A. Random Wolf because Random Wolf, Rena, is our Instagram tag of the day. Not tag of the day. Stuff I found on Instagram. I'm going to steal JB's thunder by stealing the name of his segment. I like to call my segment That's right, cool stuff on Instagram. I'm not sure if you guys know this about Life with Two YouTubers. Sharon has a channel called Life with Two YouTubers because she lives with two freaking YouTubers. All right. Their son and a daughter, Blockabout, and Random Wolf. Random Wolf is a very special young lady. Very, very special because she wrote a book, Isle of the Dark. You guys wrote a book today? No? Maybe you need to get off your butts and write a book. We can all sit on here and talk about books, whether they're good or not, whether they got good pictures. But one of us in this community wrote a dang book, Isle of the Dark. Rena Brown, you can get Isle of the Dark online now. She's doing a book launch on the Life with Two YouTubers channel on Saturday from 1 to 3 Mountain Standard Time. This is the message here. One of these lovely beauties can be yours. If you want it signed live on our YouTube book launch this Saturday afternoon, you should get one now while the burner is hot. Life with Two YouTubers is a channel. We will be live. The live book launch will be from 1 to 3 p.m. Mountain Time. You can get copies here as well, and that's isleofthedark.com. Both Random Wolf's YouTube channel and Instagram link are in the description below, as well as the Life with Two YouTubers YouTube channel link. Be sure to check them out. And definitely be sure to check out the stream on Saturday. Saturday from 1 to 3 p.m. Mountain Time. Get on that. Check it out. Man, and get off your butts and go write a book. Like, you're not going to get off your butt and write a book? I mean, come on. The kids in this community are writing books. What are you doing? What the heck are you doing? Not writing books? Man, everybody get out there and write a book. It probably won't be as good as Rena's book. Rena, thank you so much for being an inspiration to the community. And hopefully everybody goes and buys Isle of the Dark. That's isleofthedark.com. And that right there was a segment I like to call That's right, cool stuff on Instagram. Cool stuff on Instagram, one of my favorite segments. Normally I wake up in the morning and I sit down on the toilet and I find something cool on Instagram. I've been following Random Wolf's release of this book for the past couple of days now. And I had it ready to go last night, so I didn't have any toilet time with my phone this morning. I went in barehanded. Yeah, but we got plenty of toilet paper. Things were good. Things were good, gang. All right, gang, we're going to move on at this point to my next segment. That's right. I got segments coming out of my butt here. This next segment is our countdown segment. Number 5, The Avengers, number 89. These are my top 5 books that are available for free, absolutely free on Marvel Unlimited right now. The Avengers, number 89, is one of my favorite classic Avengers books here. The cover's great. The only good alien is a dead alien. That's fantastic. The second generation of the Avengers, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, they run into Captain Marvel. It's a great introduction to the character of Captain Marvel. You get some Annihilus in here. You get the use of the Negabands. It's a really, really great story, and it's classic Marvel storytelling. A lot of the things that are on this list right now are very, very modern. This is definitely one that is not. Great Bronze Age classic. Check out The Avengers number 89, and maybe you'll find out why I love Marvel, Captain Marvel of the Kree, as much as I do. Probably one of my favorite heroes. I love his personally, I really love his solo run. When they started tying him to the Avengers, it was really great. And it's just a fantastic character. And you guys need to know more about him. Yesterday, I asked who's the real Captain Marvel. Everybody in the chat's like, Shazam, Shazam, Shazam. You don't know what you're talking about, gang. You don't know what you're talking about. You check out the real Captain Marvel. And a great way to get into him is in the Avengers number 89, classic book, available for free right now on the Marvel Unlimited app. Number 4, Avengers versus X-Men. Now, Avengers versus X-Men is probably the second most talked about event of the last 2 decades. First of all, you have Civil War, and that's great and it's dandy. Everybody fights against everybody. It's Tony against Cap. But what's better than the Merry Marvel Mutants teaming up against the Avengers? The 2 powerhouse teams of Marvel going head to head because they can't agree. The Phoenix Force is on its way to Earth. It's going to take over Hope Summers. She's the savior of the mutant people. Captain America wants to take her off the board, keep her safe, keep her away from the Phoenix Force. Cyclops. He wants mutants to take their rightful place in the world. And he wants the Phoenix Force to come and take on Hope and bring a new light for the mutants. Well, when the Phoenix Force gets there, it splits into 6 different entities or 5 different entities, and everybody's got a little bit of the Phoenix Force, and everybody's fighting back and forth, and it's going to take a miracle for everything to work itself out. And it seems like Hope's that miracle one way or another. The art in this is great, and it's John Romita Jr. We're going to get into my unpopular opinion from yesterday that John Romita Jr. is fantastic. I agree. He's fantastic. Thank you all for agreeing with me. I'm not even looking at the chat right now. Probably nobody's agreeing with me. Let's look at the chat and see. No, nobody cares. Nobody cares. John Romita Jr. is great. We're all going to go ahead and agree with that. Number 3, Giant Size X-Men number 1. Man, this is my holy grail. It is the first appearance of Nightcrawler. It's the first appearance of Colossus. First appearance of Storm. This is a really great book. It is all of the X-Men that you know and love now got their start in this book. Krakoa starting this book. It's great. Really great story and an oversized issue. One of the best comics in the history of comics. And if you haven't read it before, you have to read it now. It's absolutely free. There's nothing in your way. Pick up your phone. Wait until this show's over. But hit that Marvel Unlimited app and watch yourself fall in love with the X-Men all over again. Giant Size X-Men number 1 is an important key issue, story-wise, value-wise. And I have this reprinted in as many forms as I possibly can imagine. But I tell you what, when I found out that it was on this Marvel Unlimited app, I read it again this morning. It's great. One of the best issues of all time. There's a few reasons why it's not my top 2, but I love Giant Size X-Men. And if you haven't had a chance to read it yet, go do it. It's free. Absolutely free. Nothing stopping you. Get on it. Number 2, The Immortal Hulk. The hottest story of the past couple of years has been The Immortal Hulk. This is Al Ewing telling the story of the Hulk in a way that you haven't seen him in forever. The Hulk is evil. He's malicious. He only comes out at night. He's out of control. He can't be killed. Every time Banner dies, the sun goes down and the Hulk comes back. This horror story has fantastic art, really great pacing, and has the ability to really grab any reader and just take you on a ride that you weren't expecting from the Hulk. You haven't gotten from the Hulk in quite some time. This is one of the few stories that pop speculation just by being a great story, just by having great art, by being consistent, by being a throwback, by giving you the Hulk that you always knew you wanted, but you forgot could exist. The Immortal Hulk is absolutely phenomenal. I think that at this point, the run has kind of started to lose some steam. But if you start at the beginning, you're going to fall in love with this just the way that everybody else did. You didn't have a chance to pick up The Immortal Hulk so far this year. This is your opportunity to read the first issue of The Immortal Hulk and get on board with what most people in the comic book community have known as a great, great series. I really want you guys to go check out The Immortal Hulk. Everybody should read it. We should all know what's going on with it. John's Comics with Kids is in the chat. He says The Immortal Hulk 1 through 13 is perfection. I think there's a few down points in there. I wouldn't say perfection, but damn, is it good. Damn, is it good. It's damn good. Damn good. And number 1, Thanos, number 1. Now, the Donny Cates run of Thanos from 13 through 15 or 18 or whatever it was, that's on Marvel Unlimited app right now. And it's absolutely free. And it's fantastic. Everything you've heard about it is true. It's really great. Silver Surfer's in there. He served. Got the introduction to Cosmic Ghost Rider. And that's all well and good. But it wouldn't have anywhere to start if it weren't for Thanos number 1 with art by Deodato and the writing by one Jeff Lemire. Jeff Lemire's Thanos run from 1 through 12 was fantastic. Really great storytelling after the Secret Wars. We get to see what's going on with Thanos. He's at his wit's end. His health is failing him. His son is coming for his throne. It's just a really, really great story of a really great villain who's given a lot of pathos and seen in a light that in this story you wouldn't see Thanos in. Thanos is the underdog. and that's not normally the case. But the art is phenomenal. The writing is just out of this world. I can't recommend Thanos enough. If you have the opportunity, read all 18 issues. Read all 3 volumes of this run of Thanos. I can't say enough good things about it, but I think that the start with Jeff Lemire is really where you need to start. It's fantastic storytelling. You guys know I'm a Thanos guy. What else could I recommend to you? Thanos #1, man. It's pretty fantastic. And that right there. That's the Comic Core Countdown. Thanks so much for sticking around for the countdown, guys. We got one more segment left. That is the question of the day. Okay, but before we get into the question of the day, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about MainframeComicCon. You guys saw the advertisement at the beginning of the show for MainframeComicCon. I'm going to play it again before I get out of here. Make sure everybody gets a chance to see it. MainframeComicCon is coming this April 25th and 26th. Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be live on YouTube, live on the MainframeComicCon website, which is MainframeComicCon.com. You can follow them on Instagram at MainframeComicCon. Both of those links are in the description below. Got a whole bunch of guests that have been announced, including Kevin Smith, Ming Chen, J.M. DeMatteis, Tim Seeley, Ashley Witter, and a bunch of more guests, celebrity and comic alike. They're going to be filling out the schedule, which is coming out very shortly. The more information we get, the more information we're going to be giving you here on the Comic Core, as well as throughout the comic book community with different comic book affiliate channels all over the place. MainframeComicCon is going to be absolutely huge. There's going to be cosplay elements. There's going to be celebrity guests. There's going to be comic creator panels. There's going to be opportunities to purchase fine art and sketches. There's going to be opportunities to purchase comics. There's going to be opportunities to support both the Heroes Initiative and local comic shops throughout the country. We're trying to get together and do this touch-free con, social distancing while at a convention. And you guys know, if you've been to a convention before, social distancing isn't something that happens. It's a bunch of stinky people rubbing up on each other. And that's just the way it goes. But I tell you what, right now, we need to do the best we can to make the best of this bad situation. All these cons are getting canceled. You know, if you're a cosplayer and you've got one con that's on your list, and it's in April, you work all year long to put your costume together. You work all year long. You spend big money to make sure that your costume is as flawless as possible. Maybe you're not competing for the masquerade title. Maybe you just want to, hang out and take pictures with your friends. Maybe you just want to show your love for your favorite characters, show your craftsmanship. And that opportunity is out the window. Not with MainframeComicCon. We're going to have opportunities for you to share your hard work. If you're a comic book creator, you get your money, some of your income from going to these conventions and signing books for a CGC application or a submission, for doing sketches, for selling prints. And if you can't go to a convention, that's a big chunk of money out of your pocket. We all want to go to conventions. We all want to dig for books. We want to buy things. And without these conventions around, how are you going to do that? Also, how are you going to support your LCS when they're not open? Well, we're going to be giving LCS owners the opportunity to set up and sell on our channels the same way that vendors set up for a con. We're going to give them the opportunity to make a little Skrilla on the side. We're going to give artists the opportunity to give back to their communities and give back to the comic book community, as well as the opportunity to make some money as well. So we're going to do the best that we possibly can to give you folks the best con experience without having to go to a con. Imagine not having to stand in lines. Imagine not paying $45 for 3 dry-ass chicken tenders. Imagine that. MainframeComicCon, we're going to bring the con to you. You don't have to go to this con. This con is coming to you. I can't wait for it. For one, we've been putting a whole lot of hard work into this. If you guys check out the MainframeComicCon website, it's great. Legend put it up right here. Thank you so much, Legend. Thank you for hanging out in the chat. MainframeComicCon.com. You can see the team that's been working on this. No secret. Comic Core Chad's behind it. No secret. Chuckload of Comics is behind it. Absolutely great. Backseat driver. Yeah, you can direct your LCS to the website, and if they can get in touch with us, we might be able to get them in the rotation. The schedule is coming together quickly. We're doing the best that we can on it. John's Comics Kid ate chili dogs with Drew at his last con. It was extra special. Donnie was there too. Donnie was there. Donnie. Connie's Pizza. Connie makes some shitty pizza. She certainly does. Absolute worst pizza ever. I agree. Guys, let's all be on the same page with this. Mainframe Comic Con. Follow them on the Instagram. Hit up the website. Let your friends know. Share it out. Get some love going for the Mainframe Comic Con. And I guarantee you it's going to be a hell of an experience for everybody involved. All right, gang. It's time. It's time. My favorite segment. Your favorite segment. Everybody's favorite segment. Question of the day time. I've got nobody else sitting with me today. I'm going to put this right out to the chat. I want you guys to let me know what you think. I'm going to be answering as well. We all know I've got the right answer, but I want to know what you guys think. Thanos versus Darkseid. Thanos versus Darkseid. Who you got, gang? Who you got and why? I'm going to take Thanos, man, because Thanos can't die. Death won't have him. No matter what happens, Thanos wins. At the end of time, he's sitting there, waiting for everything else to die with him. Darkseid, he's a Kirby creation, and that's about all he's got going for him. His eyes crackle with that Kirby crackle. That's about it, man. But Thanos, John wants to know, with or without the gauntlet. I don't think it matters, John. I don't think it matters. I don't think Darkseid could assemble the gauntlet. Carson says Darkseid because he's trolling me. We all know that. We all know Carson's trolling me. It's probably the way it goes. Random Wolf. Those are stuff Darkseid died in the animated Justice League show like twice. Thanos will win. I agree. That's why you're the Instagram thing that I found today. Thanos has a helicopter. Helicopter beats Darkseid. Wade Adams. My favorite part of Comic Cast. Make sure you check those guys out. The Comic Cast. Every Sunday night on the S&B network. Great Legend says DC for life. He must be hitting that Jonah Hex a little early. Thinking that nonsense. Thunderhouse Design with Darkseid. He's got Darkseid in there. He says he's with the Great Legend show. I tell you what, guys. It's pretty much a toss-up on who you ask. Whether a DC or Marvel guy, really. I think that Thanos is a much more complicated character. He's a lot more pathos than Darkseid does. Darkseid is more defined by the cast of characters around him, and Thanos pretty much defines the cast of characters around him, and that's kind of why I like him better. But you can't lose when you answer the question of the day, because they're all questions of opinion. Now, what I want you guys to do for the future of the question of the day is I'm going to be starting to collect your comments and run a little randomizer for a giveaway. Yeah, I'm going to be giving away a mystery box of comics shipped anywhere in the United States of America, absolutely for free. And all you need to do is comment on this video down below, Darkseid or Thanos. And you can also go to any other episode of this show in the comments below and answer the question of the day. And at the end of the month, I will run a randomizer. All the entries for a mystery box of comics. It's going to weigh like 6 pounds. It's going to be stuffed to the gills with all kinds of goodies. What kind of goodies? Random ass goodies. Don't be greedy. You get random goodies. That there was the question. Now, guys, I want to go ahead and get into, before I get out of here, a little bit of what we're doing on the Comic Core moving forward this week. Tonight, Comic Core Roundtable returns every Friday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Comic Core will do a little bit of show and tell with our picks of the week, and we're going to get into some topics. Maybe we'll have some guests. It's the happy hour at the end of the week that everybody needs. Come by, chat it up, unwind. We're going to be having a good time. I'm going to guarantee it. I'm going to guarantee it's going to be a good time. Good time or your money back. And it's free, so good luck with that. Also, next time we're going to live after that is going to be Monday night for Modern Men. And if you haven't been a part of the Modern Men show before, man, is it a treat. It's a book club show with different topics that we'll talk about after we review the book. But how do we choose that book? We don't choose the book. You choose the book, gang. Right now, there's a poll live on the Comic Core Community tab. And who's in the lead? Spider-Man Life Story. Man, the last time I posted this, there was 20 less votes. Spider-Man Life Story was still in the lead. Looks like God Country's making a run for it. The Spider-Man Life Story firmly in the lead. I think we're reading Life Story, Steve Wood. Check me out with Carson, Andy, and JB from Discovery Bay as we go over the top modern reads in comic book history. What will be on the poll next week? Who knows? Will we do a randomizer instead? Who knows? Well, Carson knows. He'll decide. He'll let us know what's up. Get your votes in, gang. This ends at 10 o'clock when the Comic Core goes live for Roundtable. Get your votes in. We want to know what the public thinks. Look at this. We got 57 votes, but we also have 15 thumbs up there and 9 comments. Rousing discussion going on in that chat. So be sure to check it out. I'm going to go back and check out the chat that we've got going on right now. John's Comics Kid says he voted for God Country. That's pretty cool. I like God Country. I'd like to read it again. I don't think we're gonna do that, but it is what it is. Thunderhouse Designs also voted for God Country. We'll see how that goes. Chad R says Drew is the best. I would agree that I have my moments, but they can't all be gems, Chad. They can't all be gems. Every once in a while, I'll shine one up for you, but they can't all be gems. Great Legend voted for Chew. Chew's a great read. I have it. I haven't read it yet. And that's why I put it on the poll, because I wanted a chance to read it and somebody to read it with. Backseat Driver likes God Country too. God Country's been getting a lot of love. Might get a second chance next week. Gideon Falls, also an awesome book. Great Legend says I'm the second best. Seawood 19 is the best. It's kind of just the way it goes. Adam Wade Adams voted for GoBots because he's on the wrong poll. I guess that's just the way it goes. Okay. Caucus, please save me from Spider-Man and vote God Country. Scott Evans, why would you need to be saved from Spider-Man? People get saved by Spider-Man. He's a hero, man. It's what he does. Guys, be sure to get over there and vote so we can figure out what we're reading for Modern Men. That's Monday nights. Tuesday nights, we got the Golden Guys. Going to talk collectible paper from the Golden Age, the Atomic Age, old stuff worth a lot of money. I don't have money for all that. Also, make sure that you check out Wednesday night for the greatest comic book show ever. See John's Comics with Kids, White Whale, Comics Misexplained, and that Bear Island guy. They're going to put together a list, and they're going to talk about wieners. It's kind of what they do. Beyond that, Thursdays now are for Andy. And Andy, given Thursday, he's going to be promoting MainframeComicCon every Thursday night. So be sure to check out his update show on what's going on with Mainframe. We're going to get you caught up every Thursday night. That's every night of the week, 10 p.m. Eastern on the Core. Guys, before I get out of here and get in the chat one more time, Comics Misexplained's hanging out in there. Good to see you, buddy. Seawood, your buddy Fish Tropics in there. You know he's in there. Thunderhouse design. He says he needs some great chef during this lockdown. I can't disagree with that. I think we need some more great chef all around. All right, guys, before we get out of here, I'm going to show you that commercial one more time. I'm going to add that to the stream. I'm going to go ahead and replay it. And I will see you all later. In a world where every fan convention is being canceled or postponed, and social distance must be maintained, one convention refused to back down. One convention evolved to become something more. MainframeComicCon. April 25th and 26th, an absolutely free 2-day online interactive con experience that you can enjoy right from the comfort and safety of your own home. Celebrity guest interviews, comic industry professionals, cosplay contests, and so much more. Check out the website at MainframeComicCon.com and be sure to follow us on Instagram at MainframeComicCon for our ever-growing list of guests and emerging schedule of events. That's April 25th and 26th, Saturday and Sunday, 2 days, absolutely free. MainframeComicCon. We're bringing the convention to you.